Hello everyone, welcome back to Tales of Berseria, and right away a cutscene. Hello!
The map's getting filled in little by little.
There's still a long way to go.
Oh, that's because of the voyage.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot can happen on the waves. The far seas are unexplored territory for a reason.
I'd imagine so. The seasons and the weather can change the sea completely.
Oh. Do I sense a budding interest in the sea?
Think you're feeling less apathetic about it now?
I wouldn't say that. I was just reminded of something someone once said to me.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna fight a couple things so I can yap for a little bit, and also to get experience. Because, oh, fuck. Thank you, Eisen! And let me try to kill this thing real quick. Okay, so I guess D&D stuff. Or slash Pathfinder, you know, that tabletop shit. So we ran Rise of the Rune Lords again. And we got to the top of the clock tower. So let me just talk about the clock tower and how things went with that fight, or that whole thing. So after the flesh golem, we started climbing up the stairs. Now I mentioned that I was paranoid of the bells. And this is the one part of the game that I never actually did on my own. Because of, I can't remember, I wasn't able to show up for when I played Rise of the Rune Lords, the original group. But I was paranoid of the bells.
Do you hide all of that paper?
Here. And here. He's taking it all off.
Oh, his pants. Lovely. So, we got to the top of the clock. Well, okay, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we, as we were climbing up, lo and behold, one of the bells came down. And let me target this guy. And, okay, knocked him down. Cool. And more demon time. Okay, so one of the bells hit me right in the face. I made a reflex save because it knocked part of the stairs down. But I took some damage. Next, we went up a couple sets of stairs. And, another bell came down. This one, slams Medi in the face, who, Medi was not with us, so her character was being auto-played by the DM. And, Stormheart was actually being played by Anise. Anise was actually able to join us that time. Then, the third bell, when we went up a little bit, smacked me, Galvin, and, Stormheart in the face. We all took damage. Stormheart made his reflex save.
To the end, one and all.
Oh, okay. Stormheart made his save. Galvin and I did not. Luckily, I had Featherfall prepared. So, when we fell, I just gave Galvin and I Featherfall, because that's how because communal spells. And, so Galvin and I were fine, we climbed back up. Also, I forgot this entire time when I was trying to make reflexes to get around, like, the fucking holes, that I had Dimensional Slide, so I didn't use it the entire time, in case somebody was like, wait, doesn't your character know Dimensional Slide? Yeah, I forgot. Until, like, later in the session. So, Dimensional Slide, anyway. So, yeah, we fell, we climbed back up, get to a gear room. Stormheart breaks part of the clock tower's gear, and of course, I make a joke saying Stormheart is a weapon to surpass Metal Gears. Because of course I made that joke. We get upstairs. Now, I cast See Invisibility on myself because I've been paranoid by invisible enemies. I did not know Zanesha was invisible, for those of you who played it. I did not know. I just cast it because I was paranoid. So, yeah, I put that on myself. We go into the room. We also rolled a perception before we went up, and we hear Hemlock, aka my character's dad. So we run up. Hemlock's being choked and lifted over a cliff, so that's fun. Or, well, the roof, so by a demon, and there's like a living statue in the room, and 2 cultists. And let me see who can wear this. Wait, can you wear it? I know it said pink. Actually, is there any clothes here that would upgrade you? Up your attack and health. Huh. Let me look. Always seem to drop her crit and defenses, though. Nah. I think it was this. Wasn't it in here? I thought it said pink. I might be going nuts. Probably going nuts. I swore I saw something that said pink. Oh, garish pink shirt. There we go. Drop her defense, which she doesn't really have that much to begin with. Let's see. What did it do for you? Yeah, we're not gonna put it on anybody. Oh well. So, here's how the fight plays out. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you how the fight plays out after I trigger the cutscene, so I don't have to interrupt myself mid-sentence. And, yeah, I think we'll do it that way. Yeah. Let me just get up here and save. What do I want to save over? What's the oldest save? You're the oldest save. You know, barring my endgame saves. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking maybe after Tales, going back to Fallout and doing Old World Blues, but I'm going to do it with a different character. I'm going to do it with the character I first played the game with. Because Old World Blues is better played when you're playing an intelligent character, in my opinion.
From what we heard in Iseult, demons are attacking villages, and more people are growing upset with the Abbey. So I hadn't expected things in Haria village to be so laid back.
They might be on their best behavior because you're accompanied by an exorcist. Huh. I didn't know you could see the world in more than just black and white.
The Abbey wouldn't entrust my responsibilities to someone who couldn't see beyond the surface. I have seen many things in my work. I've beheld both the light and the darkness in the world of men. Despite that, no, because of that, I won't turn away from the wrongs that I encounter. Moreover, I have faith. I believe there is good in all our souls.
The darkness, huh?
Yes, like you.
You're awfully direct.
Yeah, she is. Let's see. I mean, to be fair, Velvet, you're not exactly the light. I mean, you did burn a dock down. Or a pier. I mean, that's kind of a dock. I mean, a dock's part of a pier sometimes. Or oftentimes, usually. So, you know, it's similar. Oh, is this where I'm going? Wait, where's the thing I'm supposed to talk to? There's a thing here. They're down here? Hello? Hello, Mr. Obama? Oh, hello.
I can't deal with this anymore. What's the matter? Everyone's sick of all these fruit-flavored gels, right? So, I made gels using the giant cacao beans only found here on this island. It gave them a nice bitter chocolate taste. But people complained that they weren't avant-garde enough. Ugh, chocolate-flavored gels, how prosaic, bah! This got me fuming! So I caught some maiden bonita fish you find around here, ground them up, and made some gels with them. You put fish into chocolate gels?
What?
People do braise meat with chocolate. Chocolate and fish may go surprisingly well together.
Exactly! It was the discovery of a century.
I don't know how I feel about that mix.
And the gel's gumminess made for an exquisitely bad combo, which made it interesting.
So if you made an innovative new type of gel, why are you so angry?
That's exactly my problem. I outdid myself. Now I need to make my Gels World debut as amazing as they are. So I thought up the ultimate plan. And
Throwing yourself in the river?
I'll put my Chocanito gels in toilets all over the world. I'll call it the Great Chocanito Toilet Gambit. No one will go to the bathroom without finding my gels. I think everyone will have a lot of fun. So, genius, right?
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's funny too.
Right? I knew that kids would get it.
Who's a kid?
But all the adults in my village called it silly and lowbrow. They forbade me from selling my Choconito gels at all. Isn't that just horrible?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Oh man, things used to be so much better. Mom would make me dinner and all I had to do was goo 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 ga. And everyone would smile and praise me. I don't want to become the kind of grown-up who can't find any fun in looking for gels in toilets.
I don't know if I'd want to eat something out of a damn toilet, boy. 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 You gotta stop putting shit, or well, food in toilets. Wait, there's a treasure chest down there. There's gonna be a bunch of cutscenes, so I'll wait until after that, like I said, for, telling you how the boss fight with Zanesha went. Other than the setup I gave you. Alright, let's talk to her, and then we'll start cutscene hell! Or heaven, because the cutscenes in this game are good.
Just finished cleaning, in fact. You can help yourself to that room there.
Alright, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. Alright. I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
Alright, cool. Now to talk to a bunch of random people. There's the first one I can talk to. Let me just wind the corner. Damn it. Let me just wind the damn it. Let me just wind around back all over here, and then... Yeah, there we go.
Plan on just giving up? Palamedes is Amenoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Amenoch's temple badly enough to risk causing this much unrest?
But how will we protect our village from the demons if the Abbey abandons us? Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolt anymore.
Our faith in Amenoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back, I'm going with her to protest.
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be able to return to the way things were?
The way things were.
Yeah, that's relatable to you, ain't it, Velvet? Oh yeah, there was a thing here I wanted to look at. I think it was one of the cat... Yeah, there we go. Can I open it? Damn it. How dare you. How fucking dare you. Okay, there's something over here? Hello? No? Oh, he's up there. Hello? 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 Red-haired lady. I didn't hit the button. I was being dumb.
I don't know what they told you in Isolt, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Amenoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will.
And there's still a priestess today?
Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess. Although, I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria. But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us.
By force?
An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Inominat. In all the years we've worshipped Amenoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs.
Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
I mean, you're gonna find out probably in a few minutes or so. Alright, let's talk to whoever the fuck is all the way out here in bumfuck. Of course it'd be you, you stupid aloof bastard!
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too. But ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong there, Velvet. Alright, let's talk to... Oh, hey, Red, let's talk.
connection do you think there is between the violet demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep.
Yes.
And that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
I mean, yeah. Okay, oh, there you are. Hey!
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laphicet.
She wasn't so fond of man. So I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
Yup, so it would. I like it, there's a treasure chest right next to this shop. I'm not stealing, what are you talking about? Alright, who's the last idiot I gotta talk to? Of course it'd be this idiot, the queen of idiots. Hello.
Local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough. But straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
Did you just out loud say shrug? Okay.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sancho.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with Innominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering? So like... San-san, Pocho, Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Musan. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Musan. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into... the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. Alright, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words. I wonder if you've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
See, I was about to ask you, that's where I'm supposed to go, but I guess you answered my question, thank you. Hey! Oh, there you are. Hello?
Well, any results? Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give this old girl ideas. Huh? Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
Eight-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart, the nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therians?
It's that thing you are, Velvet.
Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat. Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Like
Should have put more
so,
points in
if we
linguistics.
want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it?
I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone.
The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: earth, water, wind, and fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians in Innominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest? Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up. And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line. The one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Rogue Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Aminoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Dun dun dun.
Sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
Nah.
There's lots of Earth Pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing. Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian... What? I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
And then they all slept and died. The end. Alright, next, let's play. Alright, so I guess we gotta go to the temple now. Huh. I thought something else happened, like, when I left. Maybe I'm getting the order of... Oh, wrong door. Maybe I'm getting the order of events mixed up in my head. That's actually probably what it is. Alright, let's go to the temple. Alright, so let me start talking about the events of the fight. So, I actually get to go pretty early in the fight. And I cast Featherfall on Hemlock so he doesn't fall and fucking die. And then, I cast Meta Magic Missile on everything in the room. I knock over the 2 cultists. I don't knock over the demon strangling Hemlock. I'm stuttering. But, I also am able to pierce through the SR of the Lamia, which I was the only one who could see. So the Lamia responds with... Hold on. Cutscenes, goddammit.
Who are you?
The innkeeper's daughter. I happened to overhear you all talking about going to Palamedes, and...
Did you report us to the Abbey?
Report? But you already have an exorcist with you.
If you have any business, talk with her then.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. How might I be of service? I want you to look for someone. A mother and her child went to visit the Abbey grounds, but they haven't returned. They've both gone missing? Yes. The mother's name is Mahina. She's a priestess of Aminoch. And her little daughter's name is Kamoana. Hold on. If she's a priestess of Aminoch... Right. Ever since the Abbey booted her out from the temple, she's been regularly going back to make her objections heard. But one day, she never returned home. And now her daughter has disappeared too. I can only assume that she went to go look for her mother. And you believe they're being held at the temple? Oh no, ma'am. I just can't imagine Mahina would abandon her daughter like that. Kamoana is next in line to succeed her, so she's had a strict upbringing, but her mother truly loves her. Please forgive Mahina for her protests. I was just hoping you could use the Abbey's resources to track them down. I will do everything in my power to find them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like Kamoana, I grew up with only my mother as family. I can't help but worry for them.
Of course. Let's be off, Miss Exorcist.
Expedition returned. Yeah, just keep investigating there, because there's still more shit I gotta find. Alright, I have a long trek, so I think I can start yapping about the ending, or the fight now. Okay.
Eleanor,
Fuck, mother!
what's your game here?
The mother and daughter, you mean? That's on me. I'll search for them myself.
I don't care about that.
Well, what then?
Why are you actively helping us decipher the book, when we're using it to thwart the Abbey's plans?
Do you think I might be deliberately misleading you? laying a trap of some sort for you all?
Are you?
I think you're a lot of things, Demon. But foolish is not one of them. I want to know the truth.
Fair.
I want to know what Lord Artorias is trying to accomplish. And there's something happening in the world right now. I want to know what it is. Unfortunately, little old Eleanor has never been deemed trustworthy enough to be given such information. So, my only option is to find out for myself.
You've got the soul searching down at least.
The Abbey and your band of rogues follow two different paths. But something tells me either will lead me to the same destination.
And so you don't see any need to lie to us?
Exactly.
And what'll you do if those truths don't line up cleanly with what you believe?
I'm not sure yet.
As honest an answer as any. Either way, it looks like you'll be working with us for the near future.
Yes, for now.
Hey, could I ask you something?
What is it?
About the Therians. I've heard you call yourself a Therian before. Is there any particular insight you have about them?
No, none. Artorias said I was one, that's all.
And that doesn't bother you?
Does it bother you?
Nope, not at all. If you're not worried, then neither am I.
I'm surrounded by freaks.
Yeah, and so you're kind of one too, to be honest.
Is that truly the reason Ceres chose me?
Fuck it.
Velvet keeps picking on Madame Eleanor. They're total opposites, so I know they're just gonna clash sometimes, but Velvet takes it too far.
You really think they're totally opposite?
If Madame Eleanor is a white lily, then Velvet is a black rose. If Madame Eleanor is a soaring Pegasus, then Velvet is a wolf in the shadows. If Madame Eleanor is a plate of spaghetti carbonara, Velvet is squidding noodles with seaweed.
I don't follow you completely, but I think I get the point.
I'm sure you understand. The two have nothing at all in common. And since they don't share anything in common, some fighting now and then just can't be helped.
Well, they both have beautiful hair.
Okay, but we're talking a noble exorcist and an aloof demon.
Eleanor sometimes treats you coldly. And Velvet has helped me more times than I can count.
Madame Eleanor gives herself fully to the salvation of others, but Velvet is bent solely on revenge.
That means they're both motivated by thoughts of others.
How is the cheerful and talkative Madame Eleanor at all the same as the brooding, taciturn Velvet?
Both of them talk to me when it's just the two of us together.
You're just trying to be contrary.
I'm only telling you what I've experienced.
Actually, I feel that Madame Eleanor isn't really reaching out to me.
It's alright if Eleanor doesn't want to talk to you. I'm here for you, Bienfu. You aren't alone.
That just makes me feel lonelier.
You two are opposites yourselves. Huh?
I mean, that's true, actually. Wait, hold on. One second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to do some editing. Okay, what was I talking about? Zanesha. Okay. So here's what happens in the fight. So yeah, I shot the magic missiles, and Zanesha responded in kind by turning me to stone. So I sat out the entire fight. So that was fun. I was just petrified and didn't really get to do much. So how the fight played out was Galvin doesn't roll his famous crits. We joke saying it's because he was too distraught because according to him I was dead. One second. I gotta... There's something going on outside. I'll edit it out. Okay. So it was just actually, this is gonna sound weird, it was just a pack of squirrels just running around. I don't know. So, what was I saying? Galvin didn't roll his famous crits, because, you know, I was dead, quote, quote. And, so the fight actually lasted a long time. Here's where things kind of were funny. So, I've joked a couple times in the past about how Stormheart just always rolls like shit. Fuck, what was I gonna say? So, Stormheart was actually rolling like crazy, just knocking crits. The demon that was strangling Hemlock decided to jump after him after he threw him down a cliff. Well, actually, hold on. I got it mixed up. So, the demon, while it was being punched by Florini, was, what's my party makeup? Okay, let's fix this a little. There we go. The demon decided to jump after Hemlock for some unholy reason, but hey, whatever, I'll take it. We take those. And, unlike Hemlock, it didn't have Featherfall on it. So, Hemlock reached the ground before it, and then just stood there, looked up, pulled out his sword, and just held it up in the air. So, Hemlock then kinda just killed him. Because he fell on top of Hemlock's sword. Then, what else happened? The fight kept going on. Almost everybody nearly died, including, Samedi. Samedi got fucked by the cultist who rolled crits on her. She almost died from that. She almost died by the Snake Lady. She should have died. She would have died if she wasn't given the toughness feat by our DM, who, because Medi forgot to level her up. And, so that happened. And, in the end, though, while Florini kept fucking up, she finally, for the last hit, got a crit, and Shoryukened it in the face, and it died. So battle formation ends, and, was it, Ryan, who's playing Galvin, goes, okay, does Melita turn back into a human in the next 12 seconds? Because if not, Galvin's gonna freak out. She does not transform back in the next 12 seconds. So Galvin picks up... By the way, there was also a really funny joke that, was it Tyler, Florini's player, made, where, it was an out-of-character moment that was not actually said, but she goes, hey, Galvin, looks like you now have a trophy wife. And, yeah. So, we even joked saying, like, we were like, hold on, you didn't say that in character. She was like, no, I wouldn't say that in character. Good, because I think Galvin might go aggro if you fucking said that. And, so Galvin picks up me as a statue, and Meletta as a statue, and starts fucking running, booking it for a cleric. He gets to, like, he doesn't even get down a flight of stairs before, I turn back. Now, I'm pulled away from the fight as I'm being carried off by, Galvin before, you know, he realizes I'm alive again. And so I freak out for a bit, going, oh my god, is everybody dead? And, you know, inform that we won. Hemlock comes up the stairs. I'm happy that he's alive. At first, Hemlock thought that he, when he fell, he thought he was too fucking tough for the earth to kill. He didn't realize that before I was turned to stone, I cast Featherfall on him. So that was a moment. And, what else? So, you know, we found letters. We found a letter that, this goes to Turtle Rock. Oh, surprise, surprise. And there's another, probably, Snake Lady, judging from the talks, at Turtle Rock, who's also harvesting the greedy. So we take that. We also see in the letter that she was planning on killing the mayor. So we go back. We talk to the mayor's secretary, who is we started referring to her as the Vizier, and the true brains of the outfit, because she was, and talked to her. Showed her the part of the note where the mayor was a target, and Melita asked if we should keep that part secret from the mayor because Melita was actually worried about the mayor's heart. Thinking that he's a fat man, thinking that he probably, and considering how fucking of a nervous wreck he looked when they found him, when they first met him, just kind of figured he might not be able to take this shit. So, they talked to the mayor, they left that part out, the mayor rewarded them, but, rewarded us, but doubled the reward thanks to, the secretary whispering something in his ear. So we got a fuckload of money, we went shopping, bought some new items, and then it was time for the tournament. We didn't get to do much, well, we got to do a bit with the tournament, but I wasn't there for part of it because I am running away from this fight. Where is the... Okay, I don't know how to escape in this game, so we're just gonna go for the XP. Fuck it. So, first match was Florini versus a Azamar rogue monk-like thing, as we learned later, who would attack Florini's Flatfoot. Florini ended up winning, but there was also a point system in the game where there was the capture points and there were some missions. So she won by points, nearly fucked it up by, you know, instigating the fucking rogue that she beat by points. But luckily the rogue wasn't able to hit her on the last round that they got extended for by appealing to the crowd. Then it was my turn, and it was a shit show. Not the good kind. Well, not the good kind for me. I got fucked. I was, how do I put this? So, he was an arcanist. He was a sword adept, arcanist. It's like a weird, I don't know the exact name, but it's like an archetype where he can use a sword. And, his specialty was fucking mages over. I'm a pure mage. Yeah, learning how to use a sword. In-game, like, actually learning, not just having a feat. So, I'm not quite there yet, and I don't have the strength. So, now, the good thing about the tournament was there was a thing in place so we wouldn't die. So, like, we didn't have to worry about dying in these fights. Which was good, because what happened to me was this mage counterspelled, and then I was like, oh, shit, my spells don't work on him. So my next plan was to just teleport around the ring, grabbing points. Ha, that didn't work. He dimensionally anchored me. And then I couldn't dispel it, no matter how hard I tried. And he just started wailing on me with his sword. Until it was getting late, and even I was like, there's nothing Mel can do. And honestly, Mel had it pegged that she was fucked a lot sooner, to be honest. But I played her to be a little bit stubborn. And eventually she gave up, because there was just fuck all she could do. So I lost. I got fucked.
This rocky shore just keeps going. Just don't step on any sea slugs, okay?
Why not? What's the big deal?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squish everywhere.
Yikes. That sounds pretty traumatizing.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
You eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby. You've had worse.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step on the coral.
Good point. Coral is alive and needs our protection.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for jewelry.
I didn't mean either of those reasons. Although Manon appears similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a completely different process.
Now that you mention it, this area is covered by rocks.
Maclear is just your average seashore. But Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too. But mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay in contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right off.
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us earlier?
Well, okay. So, there were 2 more fights in the tournament before I had to go to bed. Stormheart didn't get to play. I went to bed before, okay, but there were 2 more fights in the tournament, but I didn't get to see those because I went to bed, but I do know what happened in them. First one, actually no, there were 3 more. Galvin versus a druid who was with a shape-shifting ability, who would turn into a jackal. For those of you who know anything about Lamashtu, Lamashtu is basically a big jackal creature. So it's kind of like symbolic of Galvin's struggle with Lamashtu. So he came into the ring with giants. Oh fuck!
Have you been taking care of that rhino stat roast like a good boy?
Of course. It's a new kind of beetle, so it's gonna be hard to tell if it's really a rhino or a stag. You're asking a lot of questions. Bienfu, do you like bugs?
Duh! I love rhinoceros and stag beetles both! What guy doesn't find them fascinating?
Right? So which kind of beetle do you think it is? Rhino or stag?
That's a tough question. But guess what? Miss Mogulu taught me a surefire way to tell.
I didn't know there was a way to tell.
Yeah, but if I do it, you gotta name it after me, alright? Come on! What guy doesn't wish he had a cool bug named after himself, right? And besides, Miss Mogulu told me that this technique is so good that it's only fair to have a bug named after you in return. So what do you say? Man to man? Come on, let's live the dream!
Oh, alright. How can I say no to that? Besides, we all did work together to capture it anyway.
Yay! Thanks, Laffy-Set. Alright, show me the bug, and I'll tell you what it is. Miss Mogulu says you need to open up its outer wings and get a good whiff of the thin underwings.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure I remember rhinoceros and stag beetles smelling really nasty under their wings.
Is it really that bad?
Why not find out for yourself?
No thanks. I think I'll pass. Maybe you shouldn't do this after all, Bienfu.
You probably just want to hog the name all to yourself. A real man never goes back on his word. If it packs a mean punch, then it's a rhinoceros beetle. And if it smells really zesty, then it's a stag beetle.
I don't know about this.
Just let him do it, Laffy-Set. He's already volunteered.
I can do this. You watch. This smell is the most bad thing bad in it.
Good job, idiot.
He fainted with his eyes still open. Hey, wake up! Wake up, Bienfu!
Miss Mogulu, as soon as I smelled it, my nose literally exploded.
He looks
Rip.
like he's having a bad dream.
Fucking idiot.
I spy with my little eyes a kiddo who's spying at my bewitching waist. Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help it. What are those books anyway?
Oh, that's a great question. Since you asked, I'll reveal the secrets of my tomes just for you. On the right, I've got my household ledger in the back, and my magic encyclopedia in the front. That one I mostly use for oil blotting paper.
What's oil blotting paper?
It's a girl thing. The two on the left are my heavy book, which I use for flower pressings, and then my super pop-up book.
A super pop-up book?
When you open it, it pops out with the force of a raging river! When an enemy has me cornered, I can just open it up facing a nearby wall and pop! Instant getaway! The only downside is that it's a real pain to try to get closed again, so I haven't used it in years.
What about the book right in front?
That's actually layer cake.
Whoa, really?
Seared into its batter are precious bits of knowledge. Eating it is just as good for your brain as it is for your stomach.
That sounds like bullshit.
Wow. I had no idea that was possible.
He's taking this so seriously, I almost feel bad.
All of your books are so interesting, Mogulu. That's really cool.
There's no end to your curiosity, is there? What do you say? Want to take a closer look?
Boy, would I.
If you really do, then say, Mogulu, I want to get to know you better.
Mogulu, I want to get to know you better.
All right, I accept. I'll reveal to you my most private secrets.
Wow!
What?
So that's what's on the other side of these books. I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
What the? What are you doing with Laffy-Set?
Yeah.
He wanted to see, so I'm showing him. You have no right to stand in the way of his desires.
It's my job to protect him as his vessel, especially from someone so wicked as yourself. Also, what you're doing runs contrary to public decency.
Witches aren't supposed to be decent.
These bindings with the locks on them. This style used to be really popular during the Meliodas dynasty.
Now that I know you're such a bad influence for him, I'll be keeping a closer eye on you.
If you can't learn to take it easy, nobody's ever gonna want to marry you, you know.
Like you're a shining example of marriage material yourself.
Hey, Magilu, could you turn them over one more time? I want to see how the book's attached to your belt.
Yeah, sure.
And the funny part is he's innocent about it.
Hey, Magilu, I was wondering about that book you have on your waist. The one you called your heavy book, for flower pressings.
Your curiosity truly knows no bounds, does it, kiddo? Okay, nobody else knows this, but since you're so interested, I'd hate to leave you hanging. My heavy book, the one I use for flower pressings, is none other than a collection of Bienfu's poetry.
Bienfu likes to write poems?
Yep, you'd never guess it, but he's actually just about the best Moloch poet around. Some people even call him the Great Norman Poet. Here, I'll read you my favorite one. If there is something unimportant happening to the east, I'm made to go there and back. If there is something unimportant happening to the west, I'm made to go there and back. I can never rest nor be at peace. Every day my life is a living hell.
That's heavy stuff.
Isn't it? That's what makes it so good for pressing flowers. It's so wonderfully oppressively heavy.
Your face has gone all sinister looking.
Alright, so let me get over the fights real quick, because I'm running out of time. So, the one fight is... So Galvin, in that thing fight, Galvin has enlarged person, a couple other buffs on him. This thing turns into a jackal. They have a giant kaiju fight. He throws off the Earthbreaker that's like Lamashtu, like the Lamashtu center weapon that he has as kind of like a symbol to be like, yeah, fuck Lamashtu right now. And he fights a thing, barely survives. Well, I mean, you know what I mean, because he wasn't going to die, but, you know. He barely wins. And then next fight, Samedi versus a ranger, who happened to have favored person Orc. I don't think I need to go into details of how this went down. So anyway, Samedi lost, and then it was Florini's grandpa's turn, who was going against Atlas, the guy who was orchestrating the tournament, because he wanted to fight strong guys, because he's a psychopath, or something, or perfect cell, as we kept calling him. So he orchestrates the tournament, we fight him, Grandpa Shi doesn't really fight him as so much as he gets trounced by him. And that was the tournament up till now. Next week we'll be finishing up the tournament, so you guys will learn how everything goes. But there's a good chance we're not going to win this tournament. Thankfully, we won't die, hopefully. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. That was it for the campaign. Melita feels like shit because she got her ass kicked in and didn't really do much to help. Though she did learn from that fucking old man stuff like counterspell, because she's never had somebody counter her spells before. They were using exploit for it, which I might give Melita at some point, including maybe even the greater counterspell exploit. Especially considering there's going to be stronger mages as time goes on, so being able to just shut down their spells would be useful. Wait, were you in the party even? Oh, you are. Never mind. Ignore me. Alright, but yeah, that was pretty much it. It was nice. And I want to stop fighting so I can get through this faster. All of you must die as soon as possible. So please, give me as many action points as possible. Please, more action points. I must kill everything. And now it's your turn to die. But yeah, it was overall a decent session. I didn't really get to do much. I got kind of screwed in that session a bit in terms of, like, gameplay-wise. Got some roleplay stuff done, and didn't kill... I didn't get my, I was able to save my character's dad, and though she's probably kind of a little depressed considering she did fuck all in that tournament. To be fair, she's not really built for one-on-one fights. Melita is built primarily to help support her friends and buff them up, and, you know, she's support. She's built as a support character. She's not a frontline fighter. She's not meant for that. She's not built for that. That's not her thing. And I don't plan on building her to be a 1v1 tank lady. It's not really the character I'm building. I mean, that's a little different than, say, like, Selena, who is the ranger I'm, that 5e ranger that I have, who's a little bit more of a, fighty character. Considering she can do fuck tons of damage in the first round. And just in general, her damage output is pretty damn high. Even better if she starts using her spells. And, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to the next session. It's not going to be a long one, because 2 of the players are gone. Because they're not going to be around because of work and personal stuff. So we're going to have a short session, ending things, some roleplay stuff, and that'll be it. So there won't be too much next week. Selena, I'm building her to be more of a serious fighter. Oh.
Yeah, in the direction of the temple. The feeling's getting stronger now.
But, yeah, so she is a ranger. She's going to be focused on range combat, but that doesn't mean she doesn't have range. I mean, melee combat. She has positive strength, so I build her to be more rounded. Her charisma's not the best. And I came up with a basic idea of a backstory for her recently. I'm running past the DM to see if he'll allow it, because it takes a little bit of using Acolyte and the Hunted One as personality traits. But hopefully it'll go over and they'll allow it. But basically the idea I have is husband died, has a kid, and she's working to try and kill fiends because they killed her husband in her village. And she's trying to take care of her kid, and Harper's ended up recruiting her. So, single mommy who works as a secret agent. That's pretty much, that's the character concept I have. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this nonsense. I'll talk more about Selena next time, and and the basic idea for her, and I'll, yeah, see you next time. Have a good day. Suara katu yang bisa